Okay, let's go ahead and start by measuring our pipe. You have a couple options here. You can measure twice and cut once, or you can measure once and just cut until you get it right. We're going to use our cutters, our PVC pipe cutters, to go ahead and cut the lengths of pipe. You should end up with 8 7-inch lengths, 1 2 1/4 inch length, and 2 1.5-inch lengths. Let's go ahead and start the pre-assembly of our sprayer unit. First, you want to attach the elbows to the 7-inch length, and then attach that piece to one of the T's. You're going to take your 1.5-inch length pipe and attach that to the T, and then you're going to take another T and attach that to that pipe. You're going to basically take another side and attach that to the T. Now we're going to create the legs by putting the end caps on the 7-inch piece and attaching the legs to the elbows of the H. Last is the downspout that goes to the pump. So if everything goes well, this is what your final sprayer assembly should end up looking like. Next, we're going to go ahead and measure the holes for the sprayers. You want to go ahead and start off by putting a center mark right in the T's. Take your tape measure, then measure about a 1/2 inch from the end of the elbow. Now measure about 3 1/4 inches from that. Take your 11/64 drill bit and drill your holes. After you've done that, go ahead and install your sprayers just by screwing them in with a pair of pliers. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is measure the holes for the net pots. You're going to start by making a center point directly right in the middle of the container lid. You want to measure about 4 3/4 inch down from that and make a mark. You can do the same thing on the other side, 4 3/4 inch. Now measure over 4 inches from left to right. Continue to measure over 4 inches. Next, you're going to measure 4 3/4 down from that and up from those points. If you want, you can go ahead and stop here and have 15 holes. If you want to continue and have 23 holes, what you want to do is measure down 2 3/8, make a mark, do the same, measure up 2 3/8. If you don't get this exact, the plants don't seem to mind. Basically, this is the pot that'll be centered between the 4 others. You can almost eyeball it with good results. Once you're all done, it should end up looking like this. You want to take your 2-inch hole saw and cut your holes. And take your knife and clean up the edges of the holes. Don't forget to go ahead and do the front and the back. Go ahead and mark a place for your cord to be able to exit. And cut that with your knife. Go ahead and clean it up a little bit. It should be big enough for your cord to fit through. Go ahead and cut one of the extra neoprene sleeves to seal the cord. Now it's time for the final assembly of our sprayer unit. Go ahead and take it apart and apply a small amount of glue to each piece. And basically you're just going to put it together just like you did the first time. If you get a little bit of excess glue, just go ahead and take a rag and wipe that off. Once you have the final assembly done, basically it just sits right down the bottom on top of the pump. Run your cord through the lid and then go ahead and apply the neoprene sleeve to insulate the cord from any water getting out. The next step is to go ahead and fill the cloner with water. You can see how I fill it with water almost to the top. Add 150 milliliters of your favorite cloning solution. And congratulations, you just built your first cloner.